It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this to the board, January 10th, 2017. Got on! Good morning to you all on this lovely Tuesday morning, January 10th, 2017. Here, the time is 8:30 on this Tuesday morning. Here, we got a temperature of 3 above. Today's high will be 37. Here on the Peter Channel Morning News at 8:31. And our top story is a frenetic series of confirmation hearings for President Donald Trump's cabinet choices begin on Tuesday as Senator Jeff Sessions, Republican Alabama, goes before the Judiciary Committee to discuss the nomination of Cabinet Attorney General. Given his farewell address on Tuesday night in Chicago, President Obama will follow a tradition begun by America's first president. Washington. Republicans are permitted to take a major vote this weekend to repeal Obamacare, but the Trump are concerned with the GOP ranks about the lack of a replacement in his scored ladder. In a game, what will be long remembered as Clemson's 35-31 victory over Alabama to capture the college football playoff national championship. President Donald Trump intended to name his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, a senior advisor to the White House, on move that will put their test in the 1967 anti-indemnity law and provide a Trump White House always rapid questions. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn told BBC he stands by his view that immigration in the UK is not too high. In a speech on Brexit later, he and students say that Labour is not wedded to the idea of freedom of movement. Baghdad, Erbil, Iraq. Iraqi forces fought their way in on more districts of Mosul, but offenses in the city southeast were being slowed by Islamic State's use of civilians of cover. Military officials, families watched from repair on the USS Mahad that parts naval station in Norfolk first. Special deployment on November 1999 U.S.-Iran naval incident raises tension ahead of a Trump inauguration. London and his quintessential British scene watching the Wimbledon tournament while munching on British strawberries and cream as breakfast complete fields. Iran and Clemson and Britain and migrant employees stay away. Monica McGuinness has resigned as Northern Ireland's deputy first minister as the protest against handling the Balch energy scheme that could cost taxpayers £49 billion. A massive manhunt continued Tuesday after an Orlando police officer was shot and killed and another officer died in a traffic accident as he helped with the search and gunmen. Events will be given thick and fast as Trump decided to give it his former news coverage since July and Wednesday morning there will be a slow confirmation for the cabinet level nominees and President Obama will deliver his farewell. LB doesn't sell Fox Jackson, but the main base proverb of just about every kind of outdoor game might get a few of it to find himself caught in the middle of political skirmish with its namesake Iris and their support of President Donald Trump. On the line for the combination here for the Mr. Trump Secretary of Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, Representative John Lewis of Georgia, Senator Chloe Bricker of New Jersey will testify against Senator Jeff Sessions nominee as Attorney General. El Carmen, Colombia. Colombian officials said 8 people died in their city of Villa Vicencio when one side of the deteriorated suspension bridge made a wooden rope snap. Sacramento, California. California's Russian River is crescent above flood stage due to heavy rains that could today at about 500 homes with water, local officials estimated. Shirley, Massachusetts, a find at the Sosa Baranowski Correctional Center. Shirley, Massachusetts led to a round with inmates to search computers, windows, and surveillance cameras. Washington, Sir Cory Booker plans to testify against Senator Jeff Sessions on the hearing for the nomination by President Donald Trump for Attorney General. L'Oreal's pricing problem solvers. Yahoo said on Monday they would change the name of Alpha if they sell internet business and browser communication went through. Snap, the company behind the Mr. App Snapchat, said it has established its non-U.S. headquarters London to pay tax on the UK some international sales by the hub. A place by Jack Bond, a billionaire founder Alabama Group holds it limited to create American jobs by itself. U.S. goods find its e-commerce platform comes out weeks after Washington trade advisor identified by the Chinese company under the bond in U.S. Okay, take a look at business news via UPI. Aberdeen, Scotland. A decision grants some helicopters driven offshore installation of North Sea should impact operations only short term. A safety group said Moscow, Russia's media disobligation term crude oil production according to terms by the OPEC-led agreement of spokesman for the president said. New York, a petroleum crude oil from strategic reserves in the United States should have no major impact on the global markets, energy economists said. Boston, the scientific data showed the atmosphere may be past a tipping point when it comes to the global climate change accord, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said. Washington, refinery issues for the U.S. States and higher crude oil prices push the national average price by the gas to its highest point since June, retail data showed. Alright, stocks now down 76.42%, 887.38 SP5, then 8.08% transit to 6.90. That's that up 10.66 5,000 531.82. And that's about the same size as Gemini meteor fooled by Earth and approximately equivalently half the distance between our planet and the moon. Short-lived methane could raise sea levels for another 80 years. It's official 2017 has gone to the second hottest year ever recorded. It can happen. Each week, the weekend days by so quickly you find time to exercise on Saturdays and Sundays. Widespread breast cancer rates. Catch more small slow group used by the screening that are likely to be fatal without curving the downwards to the advanced cancer cases that data studies suggest. If you're a senior and haven't gotten your flu and Modia shot yet, it's crucial to get vaccinated whatever experts said. Geneva, smoking costs of global economy more than $1 trillion a year will kill one-third more people by 2050 than does now, according to a study by the World Health Organization. Peter Children's time is now 8:36 on this. Just about it here. Take a look at New England Thirst report 2 hours ago in Andover, Massachusetts. A motor accident on 485 stop at a 93. Service is also of a 12 car. Motor accident included a tractor unit with a Lincoln settle tank. Takes been made. Highway shut down. And we'll have to check on that area coming up on traffic in a little bit. And now take a look at Sports 837 here, where the Boston Celtics will be out in Toronto, taking on the Toronto Raptors game time 7:30 p.m. while the Boston Bruins be in St. Louis, taking on St. Louis Blues. Game time, 8 o'clock. Ian Begley said Derek Morris went back to Chicago to cause reason that he is safe, but does not know why he left the team part of the Knicks game against Pelicans. FIFA, soccer's World Governor body, has a grand plan to revolutionize World Cup by increasing the number of teams from 32 to 48. New York Jets general manager Jerry Reese had a conversation with receiver Odell Beckham about Monday before the Jets players were dismissed for the offseason. Peter Childers' time is now 8:37 on this to the ball, and then it's time out for traffic and transit report. Let's admit it, it's still at us for experience about the lanes of the traffic. That's all to experience about the lanes of the traffic. Captain Meter Rail, Fitchburg Train 403 is operating 510 minutes passing between Lincoln, Massachusetts. Western Train 510 is operating near scheduled between West Natick South Station and 7:30 a.m. inbound train. Haverhill Train 201, 7:35 a.m. from North Station operating 1020 minutes passing between Millwoods, Highlands, and Haverhill. Lowell Train 312, 8:20 a.m. from Lowell's operating 510 minutes passing due to a split issue. And on the ferries out, looking at. Okay, how is in Bowies of New England on this? To the body here. Starting off down in Connecticut with 95, South by side. It is back up from Fairfield all the way down to Stamford. Merritt Parkway, west by side, back to Bridgeport, all the way down to Stamford. 95, the north by side, back to West Haven, down to New Haven. 91 is south by side, about to Hampton. 91 is north by side, down in the middle town, it's downtown Harvard, Connecticut. 91 is south by side, back to the Winslow, and downtown Harvard, Connecticut. 84 east by side, back to New Britain, down to downtown Harvard, Connecticut. 84 east by side, is back up after Waterbury, Connecticut. Route 8 is south by side. It's back to the Naugatuck, all the way down to Bridgeport. 91 is south by side, back to 391 to Route 57 in Springfield. Out in Worcester vicinity, 395 on the north by side, it is backed up from Oxford Stretch. 298 east by side, it is backed up from Route 12 in Auburn all the way out to Route 9 in Worcester, doing a couple of accidents on 298 east by Route 122, 146 on the north by side, back around 290 in Worcester. 190 in the south by side, get accident about Route 12 in Worcester on the 190 north by side, so expect some delays here. Mass Baggage east by side, it is the back one just before 485 in Westport, 485 in the south by side, back 172 still down to Hudson, 485 in the north by side, back to Milford all the way down to Hopkinton. Out in Providence vicinity, 146 on the south by side, back to Route 104 all the way out to Route 99 out in Lincoln, Route 146 on the north by side, back to Route 99 in Lincoln, 99 on the north by side, back to 126 to 122 in Woonsocket, 285 on the north by side, back to Route 1 to the 95. 146 on the south by side, back to 5995 in Providence, 95 on the south by side, back to the protected downtown Providence, 95 on the north by side, back to 37 Walk all the way to downtown Providence, 195 west by side, back to Seacock to downtown Providence, 285 on the south by side, back to Route 14 all the way to Route 37 in Crescent, 95 on the north by side, it is backed up from East Greenwich all the way to Around 4 on the north by side, it is back to the East Greenwich. Alright, out of the Cape, Board and Subway Bridges on Lincoln Gate 22 from Board Feldman from Route 62 from Sagamore to Orleans to a little slowdown around Route 60 spots around Route 20 to Orleans. 485 on the northbound side, back about Rocking Gutter around the Carver Middleburg stretch. 21 on the northbound side, back around 140 out and talked all the way to Route 45 out in Raynham on both ends of 485. 95 on the northbound side, back over 27 to Shirt all the way up to Route 128 Canton. 24 on the northbound side, back from Brockton all the way to Route 128 Canton. Route 3 Stop and Go from Route 53 at Hanover on the Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side, back to the Braintree split all the way out to 138 out in Canton. And 120 on the northbound side, hit the Braintree Canton from Route 1 and North all the way Route 20 Waltham. Mass Park eastbound side, and it is backed up from Fairhaven all the way up to the Austin Brand Tolls. Mass Park westbound side, backed up from East Boston all the way into the Austin Brand Tolls. 120 southbound side, and it is backed up from Linfield all the way out to Waltham. 120 at the northbound side, back north of Peabody stretch. 120 at the northbound side, back to 93 and Redden all the way to 20 and Redden. 7 expressway at the northbound side, and it's backed up from Quincy all the way at the Mass Park Boston. 7 expressway, southbound side, back to Quincy all the way down to Milton. 93 both ends at Boston is backed up. 93 on the southbound side, and it's backed up from Medford all the way to Zachem Bridge in Boston. Route 1 on the southbound side, backed up from 60 River all the way at the 93 out in Shawson. 70 tunnels, Soul Councils, Lincoln Gate here. Route 3 is southbound side, back to 485, low down to Billerica, and then 485 on the southbound side is back to Route 3 in Chelsea, and 485 slow from 148 out over to 93 in Andover. Fallnet 12 car exited 2 hours ago. 485 on the northbound side, slow around Andover. Route 93 southbound side, back at the same direction all the way to 485 Lawrence. And then they're going to get from 125 and North Andover all the way out to the Zachem Bridge in Boston. 485 on the southbound side, back on Littleton stretch. Spalding turnback, southbound side, back on Dover stretch. Every turnback on the southbound side, it is back to Brad, bareback stretch here. But Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, out, west out, Lincoln Gate. Peter Chell do side, Miss. Except that there's like 91 on the southbound side, a little slower, Greensboro, Vermont. Peter Chell do side is now 8:42 on this. So the morning here, and start out for a weather report and another frigid start to your morning here. And into the west of us here. On radar, to the east of us, we got a line of snow showers switching from St. John, Brunswick, and east of New Brunswick. To the west of us, we see some snow showers from western Maryland and then the Virginias, all the way down to central Pennsylvania, New York State, and around Ontario, around the Toronto area, and switching to the western Quebec. Snow showers from eastern Quebec, and snow showers northwest of Montreal, and snow showers switching all the way from northern Michigan, all the way down to Wisconsin and up into Minnesota, while seeing some sleet from southeastern portions of Minnesota all the way to west central portions of Iowa. Rain from northeastern Kansas all the way to Iowa, down from southern Wisconsin and down to Illinois, down from southwestern portions of Michigan. Some sleet from Cleveland down to Columbus, and some rain showers from south portions of Ohio down from northeastern portions of Kentucky. And that's going to be our weather maker for tomorrow here. There be the risk areas of dense fog with visibility down to 1.5 mile less, and whether that there be a risk of that again for areas of dense fog with visibility down to 1.5 mile less. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, a chance of snow may after 4 p.m. Between skies will low at 37 degrees. Calm wind given. Snap on 5 to 7 miles in the afternoon. Chance range is 30%. Little no circulation expected. Tonight, a chance range is snow before 8 p.m. Then rain areas and fog after 8 p.m. Temperature around 25 degrees by 3 a.m. South wind about 9 to 14 miles on chance range. 100%. Little no circulation expected for Wednesday and chance range. Main before 9 a.m. Areas of fog before 8 a.m. More about Scott skies by mid morning. Then gradual clear with a high of 48 degrees. And southwest around 5 to 14 miles on gust 9 35. Miles an hour. Just picture is 40% news percentage less than 10 minutes possible. Weather that. At just rain may after 11 p.m. Increase gas have low at 35 degrees. And just picture this 40% with the calm winds be a 7 at 5 miles an hour to midnight. Thursday at just rain before 3 p.m. Most of the gas about 53 degrees and southwest around 7 to 11 miles an hour. Just picture is 30%. For that, at slight just rain, mostly gas will have about 42 degrees and just picture 20% for Friday. But the Saturday podcast about 46, low at 18 degrees for Saturday. Check the snow after 2 p.m. and before 4 a.m. Mostly Saturday, mostly got about 29, all about 22 degrees, just make sure 35%. Sunday, but the Saturday podcast about 34, about 22 degrees. And for Martin Luther King Day, just rated still, mostly got about 37 degrees, just make sure it's 40%. Currently in Taunton, it's 1 above at Fair Skies. Taunton, it's 7 degrees, and Mansfield is 8. And that's great for the Peter Channel. Morning news on this to the morning, January 10th, 2017. I'm going to give a good morning, goodbye to the view. Have a good day. I'll see you at noontime for the noon report.